What's happening? What's happening? This is Jabari Long checking in. Today I'm going to be talking about student loans. More specifically, how those student loans affect individuals when they are looking to apply for a mortgage. The student loan debt in America is staggering. The numbers are absolutely staggering. I was doing a little research for this particular video, and I read that behind mortgage debt, student loan debt is the highest debt in the United States of America. That's exceeding credit card debt and auto loan debt. So just before I get started and how it affects mortgages and what we can do to overcome it, student loan debt, this is a February of 2019, $1.56 trillion in the U.S. That's T for trillion. 44.7 million people owe student loans, just in the United States of America. The default rate, and they rate it as 90 plus days delinquent, 11.4%, right? 11.4% of those 44 million people are in default. The cumulative debt in default is $101.4 billion. $101.4 billion. And then you got another 111.1 billion with the B in forbearance or some type of deferral, right? Student loans, right, are one of the only debts that you can incur without having to prove you're credit worthy or you have the income to repay, right? The only other place that I know that you can accumulate and incur debts like that are in the prison system. But in the United States of America, as long as you enroll in the school, you can get accepted, you can take out student loans and continue to incur student loan balance. People nowadays are getting to the point to where they never see themselves paying off the debt, so they continue to enroll in the school. So they take a class here, a class there. So they won't ever get into a status to where they have to repay. But what has happened over the recent years is that the lenders or the mortgage companies are making it so even if you owe $100 grand worth of student loans and your monthly payment is $200, the lenders have made it so that they're factoring in 1% typically of your total student loan debts into your debt to income ratio. So what does that mean? Although your actual payment is $200, what they're stating is that when the mortgage company underwrites your file, they have to factor in 1% or $1,000 into your debt to income ratio, which causes the mass majority of the people not to be able to qualify for a mortgage, right? Because they don't have the income to support that $1,000 payment that being factored in, but they're really not responsible for paying. So it's a game, right? It's a game that the United States of America has conspired with Sallie Mae, not Fannie Mae, but Sallie Mae, Ginnie Mae, the student loan lenders, to constantly shove these student loans down individuals' throats and to make it very, very easy for you to continue to get them, whether or not you have the income or the credit to support them. And they don't have a problem with you deferring it. You think, okay, I'm trying to free up some cash flow, so I'll just continue to defer it. But they think, we know this debt is not going anywhere. It's going to continue to accrue interest over a period of time. So we don't care how long it takes you to pay it off or not to pay us off, because we still have the debts on the books and you cannot bankrupt out of it. It is an absolute game. I wish I was on that end and I could play it. You know what I'm talking about? So individuals that are looking to qualify for mortgages, there are ways that we can get around the 1% payment amount. We have two other scenarios to assist individuals who still want to qualify for properties, but they have these student loans. Now, these options are only available to individuals who have addressed their student loans, meaning either you're making payments and or you have them in a deferral status or forbearance that is active, right? You have communicated with them, you have not allowed them to go delinquent, and they have granted you those forbearances or the deferments. So we have the 1% plan is something that all traditional lenders have. FHA typically operates with the 1% rule. We also have another program that does it at 0.5%. So that person that has a $100,000 student loan balance, instead of factoring $1,000 in the payment amount, we actually factor in $500. So 0.5% of the total balance is what will be factored into your monthly DTI ratio. And then we have another awesome program that a lot of individuals are taking advantage of that doesn't factor in the total balance. They only factor in your payment amount. So if your payment amount is $200 and you owe $200,000, the $200 payment amount is the only thing that would be factored into your debt to income ratio, which should open up the doors for a lot more people to be able to buy homes. So there are avenues. No matter what individuals tell you you can't qualify, you absolutely can. You have to understand that we're playing a game, right? We're playing a game. And once you know the rules, or you work with individuals who do know the rules of the game, you can take advantage of some of the loopholes, if you will, that are available for individuals to still obtain the American dream, which is home ownership. So hopefully this information proves to be valuable to you or someone you know. Please share the video, like it. Definitely DM me if you have any questions. And remember one thing, the information is free, but our services do cost. The information is free, but our services do cost. I'm out.